Can I
Don't delete the footage. Oh, you want to talk now? So which one of you did it? My stepdaughter was up here. She said the guy behind the counter was over here kissing her hand. She is underage. She is 15 years old.
So who did it?
If I did, trust me, my intentions are nothing like that.
Oh, so now
So
it's
it was
if I
you.
did, my
So it was
intentions
you.
weren't like that.
So it
But
was
guess
you.
what? When the police come to get me,
It
they're
was you.
taking your ass to jail too.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. I'm taking it out.
No, it's locked.
No, bro, please.
You going to jail. Right with it.
Destruction of property, all shit. You ain't gotta do all that. We ain't not in prison anymore, Damon.
There is nothing like that, sir.
Put your hands out. Put them out.
Nothing like that, sir. Please trust me.
Unlock the door to go to police.
Unlock the door. The police here.
It's unlocked.
It's unlocked. Oh, I know this officer. Open it. Oh, I was trying to help you out.
It's unlocked, sir.
Who do that?
I did.
Y'all. Oh,
That's
but
my
it's
daughter. I'll be there.
You weird ass.
Run that camera. She's underage and he was up here kissing on her hand.
Okay, hold on. This, y'all from,
You already know. You know me. I said, I
had
know
to
this
think about
officer.
when I
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
your
it's me.
Yeah, he was kissing on my
y'all
stepdaughter's
with
hand.
them?
No, they was just customers in here.
Okay, y'all go ahead and,
Y'all go ahead.
Get off.
No, go ahead. Take yourself and go. Take yourself and go. Y'all got some
Call
free shit.
Dwayne and tell him to
Y'all
bail
get
me
some
out.
free shit and go. Get some free shit and go.
You heard me, Dad? You heard me?
What happened?
Call Dwayne and tell him to bail me out if you can.
Okay.
Donald Trump has been our president for over a month and hasn't done one damn thing. All that he promised us Americans to get us to vote for him. Gas prices are still high. Still can't afford a carton of eggs. TikTok is getting banned next month. There are still illegals coming in. You can still go unalive your unborn child just because you decided to open your legs, not for any good reason. All these reasons that Americans have voted for Trump, and he hasn't done one damn thing. He isn't even in the White House yet, and he's been our president for over a month. Biden is the one holding press conferences and acting like our president. Like, Biden is not our president anymore, but he's acting like our president. He's doing everything that Trump promised. I mean, I totally regret my vote. Totally regret it.
Hey, what are you doing? I came out to check on you.
Huh?
What are you doing? Thought you were working.
I'm looking at this.
What is it?
It's wire. It's a spool of wire. And I'm almost out of it. Can you see the spool of wire?
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of it.
Okay.
And I've had this spool of wire for like 40 years. I bought it like this it's not a piece of a long time ago, but it's like 40 years of my life is in the wire that's gone. Does that make sense? This is what's left. Does that make
I'm
sense?
sorry to hear that, and I'm sad for you, but you're wearing your Jets hat, and I'm a little concerned right now that you're wearing your Jets hat. I thought that's why you were crying.
Okay, I'm done.
Sis, Is he really a poor communicator, or are you a conversation bully? I've said this before, and I feel like it's worth saying again. So many times as women, we'll get these ideas in our head and we just gonna run with it. We gonna take over the conversation, and then we'll give the illusion that we're gonna allow him to say something, and as soon as he says something we don't like, we jump back in and we take over the conversation again. So then when he shuts down, or when he stops talking to you, or when he starts talking to another woman because she makes him feel emotionally safe, she hears him, she allows him to say whatever it is he needs to say, then we want to get mad because he's not communicating with us, or we want to get mad because he's talking to another woman about us or about what's going on in our relationship. Like, you should be talking to me, sis. He tried to talk to you and you wouldn't let that man get a word in. So all I'm saying is, before you accuse him of being a poor communicator, take a look at how your conversations go, especially when you're mad, or especially when you're on a rampage. Do you even give that man the space to say whatever it is he needs to say without you making him feel like he can't?
I think we place way too much emphasis on looks when it comes to building confidence, because some of you guys have not read a book in years, don't know how to do your taxes, have no sense of identity outside of the internet, and can't speak in public, and yet every morning, there you are looking at yourself in your full-length IKEA mirror going, "You're so hot. You're the prettiest girl in the world." Okay, and? Even if that were true, and let's be honest, who cares? Spell Pharaoh. Tell me what the FTC does. Name a single hobby of yours outside of media consumption. Exactly. Not hot.
I'm going to tell you why the Slavic women, they like the black or the really dark men. To be specific, by the way, Polish women, like Eastern Europe, they love black men. And if you ask them, they'll tell you they're more masculine. They smell amazing of coconut oil. They tend to like really look after themselves. And by the way, when I go to get a manicure and a pedicure, there's always black men in there getting their nails done. They actually look after themselves, but at the same time, they're really masculine. Yeah, Dutch women go crazy for them. When you're talking about Russia, they'll sort of accept anyone if they're dark. Like, they go crazy for Mexicans. That's why Mexicans leave. They find a Russian snow bunny, they bring them back to Mexico, and then they go to LA and the story of love starts. But yeah, Slavic girls, they've just got this obsession, you know? Oh, another thing, you probably know this, but like, the darker men have more outstanding milk. And that's probably another way they're just slightly persuaded over to the dark side of life.
It's a group of these guys, radical, black racist. So their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't black American.
Who are these guys?
You want me to say a name? The FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever these broke niggas is.
All right, white culture real quick. There can't be white culture in this country, period. There's no white culture. And I think that offends white people because we are always talking about black culture and native culture. And then we get mad, we're like, well, we're a culture. No, we're a race. We're a race that took two other cultures, an entire African culture and an entire native culture, and we oppressed one and we tried to eradicate the other. But throughout all of our oppression and our murder and our rape, they never died. Their culture never died. They kept their religious practice. They kept their art, their fashion, their food, their music. No matter what we tried to do to the African culture that we brought here and the native culture that we stole from, they never died. And that drives white people crazy. So now we're desperate to have our own culture because we can't keep stealing from the ones that we've oppressed.
Let me just state this right here. I'm just going to go over two videos. Number one, the husband that was trying to convey the lifespan. He was trying to convey like, hey, I bought this thing when I was a certain age. I've had this for so long and now it's almost gone. He's looking at the years and he's able to trace back those years by this one item. And he's simply stating that I had all of this at this one point in time and now it's running out. Now I realize that I'm getting older. I can literally see this by this physical metal that is in my hands. And the wife is just, okay, but I thought you were crying because you had on such a... This is why guys don't talk. This is why guys will go out to bars, why they drink, why they hang around in a garage for so long, fixing a car or just working on something. This is why guys go to the woods or do other things outside of dealing with women. This is why, because when you want to be vulnerable, when you want to try to convey something to another human being of which you decided that you wanted to commit your life to, you get stuff like this. And then guys are like, yeah, this will be the last time. This will be the last time I will ever do anything like this. And it gets to that point for a lot of guys where they feel as though that when they get a response like this, or worse, from women, some of the responses I've shown you guys on this platform, guys, you know what? I would never, even if it's a wife, a girlfriend, or whatever, even if I am at my most vulnerable, I will never tell you. I will never let you know. I would rather die than being that vulnerable in getting a type of flagrant or a type of response such as that. And then when women happen to hear that, they think that we're overreacting when realistically we're not. It's very hard, it's very tough for guys to outwardly speak and to dive deep into their emotions and want to try to convey something to another human being because you're unsure how that person is going to react when you are at such a vulnerable, naked point. The father that you were able to see that specifically went to this corner store, convenience store, wherever it is, to confront the two Indian men there, he did the right thing. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, you shouldn't tear up the store, you shouldn't do this. Look here, when you are a man and you want to protect what is yours, you want to protect what it is that you had a hand in creating. You want to protect somebody who is innocent on this plane of existence and doesn't know when somebody is trying to specifically come at them a certain type of way, especially if it is a grown man. You're going to do any and everything in order to get a certain message across. That father did that because he couldn't specifically get his hands directly on that man. People have to understood that, right? Because if that father was able to get his hands directly on that guy, the story would have been looking vastly different. And this is why you have those two guys huddled up and they were just sitting there at the counter. They knew what they did. They knew what happened. And it's for them, it's a whatever. It's just a Tuesday. Now, understand the fact that this is something, or these are things that happen to these young girls on a daily basis in the United States. And few far and in between do we have videos showcasing of what fathers will do, or how it is that fathers feel, or how it is that fathers react. Because let it be known, a lot of people feel that fathers don't care about their kids, that they don't try to protect them, and all of these other things. These are the things that other people want to put specifically out there to make it seem as though that the young girls out here are completely defenseless, when it is just not the case. The case is the fact that the young girl who is 15 walked directly to the store, which she should be able to have the ability to do, right? By herself, with friends, whoever. And if she goes to the store, nobody should be bothering her, especially a grown man. Should not be bothering her, should not be coming from around the counter or whatever it is and kissing her hand. You shouldn't be doing that. You are far overreaching whatever your bounds are supposed. You're not even supposed to be there. You're supposed to be a worker. You're supposed to help. You're supposed to direct. You're not supposed to do no more than that. And this is clearly what we were able to understand and see. So again, I applaud the father for going down there and putting people directly on notice and letting them know what it really is. Because I know, I can deeply tell that the father would have done things vastly different if he was able to get his hands on either one of those guys. I'm pretty sure at this point he didn't care if they threw in a substitute. Whoever they would have threw directly in there, he would have made an example out of that person so that the person who did it would know never to do that again, and especially don't do that to nobody else's kids. Like I said before, I feel that whatever community he is a part of, whatever neighborhood he's a part of, I feel as though that people should come together and put money on his books or bail him directly out. Because this is how a father reacts. This is how a man reacts when he understands that a wrong has been committed, that something that happened should not have happened, should not have taken place. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.